Yo, what's up, Jay? Yo, what's up, Jay? Yo, what's up, Jay? Yo, what's up, Cheerwoody?
What's up?
And I've been playing this Returnal, trying to get this fucking platinum, but it's it's pissing me off.
Oh man.
Because I'm trying to do the surveys. That's all I need to do. But the collectibles are not showing up. It's like, oh my gosh.
Wait, the collectibles are on the map?
Yeah, because I got most of the collectibles, but the
Well,
thing.
when I found
Yo, what's up, Jay?
collectibles, they didn't show up on. Maybe I'm just not looking. I thought what it is.
Because on the map, there's for the collectibles, all you need to get is the Xenoglyph cipher, the red marks on the walls,
Yeah, I know what you mean. I got some of them.
and the scout logs. That's what you need. I need one more scout log in the first area, and I'll be done with it. But the thing is, the area is randomized, as you know, so it's like sometimes the collectibles don't even show up at all. So you got to hope and pray.
What's up?
And I'm playing this Returnal, trying to get
I know sometimes they don't show up. And they and on top of that, because it's randomized, you don't know where nothing is anymore. Oh man.
Because I'm trying. Yeah, you just have to hope and pray when you go into the next room, like it'll show up on your. The collectibles are not showing up. Because if it doesn't,
no. I think it's always in a specific room.
Yeah, because I got most of the collectibles. But the thing is, sometimes that room where it said doesn't spawn, so it's like,
collectibles, they didn't show up on.
When is the room gonna spawn?
Maybe I'm just not looking. I thought what it is.
Because on the map, there's the
because I think it's always in these specific areas. Because when I started my game over, I deleted my save and started over. Yeah, I know. It was still in that exact same room. The difference is the room changed.
I need one more scout log
where it's normally located, it changed.
And I'll be done with it. But the thing is,
once I found that room, I still found the same collectible there.
Sometimes the collectibles don't even.
These things are always going to be in the same place. It's just that where they release now. I know it's
Good morning, everybody.
and they
I know I'm cutting it a little late. I was trying to wait an extra 30 minutes to see if it was any like new Tuesday news. Wait up, it's Wednesday news. It's nothing significant today. Oh, okay. Everybody's in here. Let me get down.
Resident Evil Village has an 84 on Metacritic.
Resident Evil Village has what?
84 on Metacritic. Because on the map,
it's not bad. Because I think it's
what's going on?
It's always in these specific areas. Because when I started my game over, I deleted my save and started over. It was still in that exact same room. The difference is the room.
Hold on. There's an echo here. Yeah, that was me. That was my fault. Yeah. Okay, so what's going on, Briggs? Because I was hearing.
Not much, man.
I was struggling with the third biome. I'm still in there. I think my strategy is going to be running past the enemies, trying to dash and run past the obstacle courses with the lasers to get to the boss battle with as much health as possible and start to try to knock out the boss. The thing is, I've noticed that different patterns and pathways to just get to the boss probably within 10 minutes. So it's just like, how fast can I get to the boss on a work day and have the health and protection and stuff. I know what's the name? Who was it? Rec was talking to me about protection, but a lot of my runs I don't have protection, and that's probably because I don't pick up a lot of the infected. So I don't know how that's gonna be. I do want to get far, huh?
I'm having a fucking hard time, Jay, trying to get these collectibles. God damn.
What collectibles you talking about?
Like the scout logs and stuff. That's what you need to collect all those. The scout logs.
Shit. Due to the fact that I've died so much, I've had different playthroughs, and I found a shit ton. Just in the first, second, and third area. Like, I found a lot of scout logs and the little markings on the wall that you gotta read. I mean, dying a lot is not that bad because, you know, I'm collecting a lot of shit. I'm experiencing a lot of weapons. So I mean, it's looking great. It's looking great.
Right, but the thing is, I have one more collectible in the first area, and it's not spawning for me at all. And that's the problem, because once you get down to one collectible, you gotta hope and pray that it spawns for you. You gotta hope and pray, because it's such a pain in the ass to get. It's such a pain in the ass.
I see they got the classic looking Ryu also going to the Power Rangers game. That's pretty dope. Oh shit. Oh, you guys can't see that. Again, bro, I would never be any other way as a gamer, as, you know, just to play games. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to play games. We're not here to talk about complete negative shit on the other side. Is it news? Yes. But when we have games to play, you're going to see me play games. I don't really care that Xbox is going over 600 days without any exclusives. Yesterday, my focus was playing Returnal. Like, I didn't go live yesterday on YouTube because I was playing Returnal. So that's the difference between a gamer and somebody just looking for bad news. I don't understand their fixation with negative news for the PS5. Yes, we understand you're doing bad and you want PlayStation to look just as bad. There's no way you can make PlayStation look as bad as Xbox. One has exclusives that get high rating on Metacritic. They also have awards. They sell millions of copies, go on to make movies and television series, and then the game is put on Game Pass and you're forgotten about. So I mean, what side is really doing better? You know. Yeah. By the way, I added some new gameplay into the clips. Some clips that I've posted to Twitter. Others haven't been seen. But yeah, I wanted to switch it up a little bit. So when you guys, sometimes we're just gonna talk. You're gonna see like gameplay clips, high quality gameplay clips. Got Days Gone going on right here. But yeah, Briggs. Yeah. So you beat the game, right?
Yeah, I beat the game.
Of course you fucking did.
Oh, third big bro.
Hey, do you have any tips for the third biome? It's not hard. It's like, what is the best weapon for the robots with the missiles?
The only thing about that third biome is that the enemies do so much damage to you. That's the issue.
That exactly. So I was wondering if it was me or was it the game. But I'm glad that somebody else admitted it.
They take a lot of damage off like that.
But isn't I'm pretty sure you haven't died nearly as much as I have. I've died 30 times now exactly. And I'm going to die a lot of times because, that's what I do in video games. I die a lot. But when you get to the third biome, did it feel like they were trying to fuck you over? Like the enemies are doing damage?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, they're doing more damage to you.
No, it's not just that. But when you get to where the boss is, you got to go through the obstacle course. Isn't it like their purpose is for you to... And it happened yesterday. I captured it, by the way. I haven't posted it yet, but I got to... It was live streaming on Twitch, so I guess if you watch it all the way at the end. But I captured the last 5 minutes to capture that I was able to get to the boss, but because of the obstacle courses, the rockets and everything, I barely made it there. And guess what? I don't know what the smallest percentage of health was, but that's the percentage I had. And I got hit one time by the boss and I died. And I wanted to prove to everybody that was watching, which was only Games for Eternity, that is the outcome for me right now. I'm probably going to get much better, but the outcome is the enemies before the boss are taking so much damage that by the time I get to the boss, I'm not going to have any health to fight the boss properly. I either dodge a couple times and get hit randomly, or it's just the success rate is low. And that was a run where I had a spaceman, I believe. I think that was the run I had the spaceman.
I'm in the same boat as you, bro. That third biome is... Oof. So, I think...
I'm going to get lucky enough to get through it, but I got to figure out to put my protection up specifically for that area.
Exactly.
And then make sure I have good weapons also, because I don't want to get hit even if I have my protection up. But I am trying to get these enemies out the way as quick as possible. So one thing I did do is I just ran through. That was my last run. I ran through the third biome. I was using the grappling hook. I was getting away from enemies. I was going through doors. I was not fucking with any of the enemies. Then I got cocky. I looked down. There were like the two robots, the ones with the legs. And I didn't know that they jumped that high, and they jumped all the way up to the upper part where if I just would have went through the door, I would have fought the boss. But I wanted to see, hey, let me see if I can chip off their health and get some experience. Well, nope, they jumped up there and they basically almost killed me. And then, I went to the boss with no health. So, I'm going to get it. It just won't be anytime soon.
Yeah, it seems like the third biome, getting your protection up is like the main focus. It needs to be the main focus.
But I'm pretty sure you can get it up if you go through the first area and the second area, which will make the run itself longer. And see, that's what I'm not trying to do.
Yeah, I'm not. I try to skip the second area altogether and just do the first. I always clear the first entirely, and then I go to the third. But I might need to start going to the second because it's starting to seem like I do need to do that.
Yeah.
And I hate to do that, but...
I don't mind hanging out in the second just so I can level up some of those weapons and find some more recordings if there is any. But it's other than that, I would skip it. It's not hard. The enemies aren't hard at anything. I know the patterns. Even in the third biome, I know what the enemies are doing. I'm not surprised by any of them anymore. It's just there was a time where I got to the obstacle course right before the boss on the third biome, and the obstacle course was taking massive damage with the lasers. And it's like,
you know the issue. To me, the second biome is actually harder. I mean, it's actually easier than the first, in my opinion, because it's not as crowded and you don't have so much terrain to deal with.
Oh, yeah. I can agree with you on that one, yeah.
The third biome is tough, too. It's just as tough as the first.
The reason why the third one is tough is because it has these little islands sometimes.
Exactly.
That you're going to have to maneuver without falling off while attacking enemies in the air. And dodging the new patterns of like that turret that shoots a little drop on the ground and then it spreads out like a red ring. Yeah, you gotta look out for some of those new patterns. And they're easy to dodge, but when you're worrying about other shit at the same time, that's when it starts to get crazy.
Yeah, it's funny. Like the third biome, they really set you up for all kinds of failure.
Oh yeah, the one thing, and I was saying it yesterday, we got those little robots that's flying around shooting missiles, but on each side of those robots, there's either 3 or 4 missiles that go to shoot out. And then you got other fucking robots that have the same ability. So you dodging possibly 20 or more missiles at the same time. It's so crazy, bro.
Yeah, I'm taking a day off for Returnal for the day. I'll get back to it.
I might take the day off today, but like everybody says, you always keep thinking about it, so I might make an emergency run around 1. But probably
facts.
At the end of this hour.
Yeah, it is hard to stop thinking about. Like, I remember the first day I played it, man. I went to work the next day, and I could not stop thinking about that game. Like, I was like, yo, I can't wait to get home. I can't wait. And then Twitter is full of it and shit. YouTube. I was like, man. I'm like, how could this game be so damn addictive when I keep dying? Like, shit. They make us all
that's the thing, though. It's addictive. But it's hard as shit. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Where you at, Woody, on the game?
Oh, trust me, I'm way beyond all of you niggas.
Yeah,
you made it past 3. Okay, cool.
No, I said I'm way behind all of you.
Behind. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, wait. Everybody got their own paper.
Oh, I just wanted to let people know this is the real good thing about Area 1, and a lot of people don't know this, is you can heal yourself by going back to the ship. Now, there are a couple of map formations where if you don't have the grappling hook, then it might be a drop-off in the first area and you can't get back up to the ship. It's only happened a couple times to me. But other than that, you can pretty much just go back to the ship area and heal. Even I don't know how many times you can use this trick, but I know I've done it 1 per.
Yeah, you can do it more than once.
Okay, so again, if you're low on health and shit, and you're scared about going to the next area, go back to your ship and go to sleep. It won't reset anything. You still have your save. I mean, there's ways to get around Returnal, but again, the thing is, like any normal game, or classic game, once you go forward, you can't go back. So once you go to the desert area, you can't go back to the first one. Once you go to the third, you can't go back to the desert or the first area.
That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start going back to the ship because I've done it before, but
yeah, you definitely need to do it. Do it as much as possible. Like spam the shit out of that. Heal yourself. I don't know what the update was for Returnal today, but let's talk about
another update today.
No, I was saying. Returnal is getting like a major update today. I don't know the patch notes, but they did confirm that today they will release the patch notes for today's update. But to the best of my knowledge, as of right now, I do not know if the update is live, and I don't know the patch notes.
Yeah, I've for me, so I don't think there is one yet.
Yeah, I don't think there is one yet.
I haven't seen no update yet.
But this is what was posted on their Twitter page. I'm glad you're here, Briggs. Let's talk about the major news yesterday. Woke up to it, could have covered it, but again, I'm gaming, so sometimes I am. If it's a video posted,
Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, that's what we're about to dive into. I posted a video. This was an Adam video. He was like, hey, if you post a video with a thumbnail with big ass words, people will watch it. So, all in all, I think Adam might be right. So that's what the Xbox fans do. They act like they're insiders and act like they know stuff, but when you watch the video, it's basically nothing. So that's what I did. I thought it was funny. So basically all you saw was Returnal gameplay. I didn't fucking talk at all. Because that's how they do it. Like, they're talking, but they're not really talking about anything. They don't know shit. They just make that title and that thumbnail to make it seem like they know about shit, but they don't. I'm going to claim that I was right about this. I told Adam, and we talked about this a lot, Sunset Overdrive. There is no way that Xbox or Microsoft own the rights to Sunset Overdrive. We know that Insomniac owned the IP, so why were people telling me there was no chance for Sunset Overdrive to come over?
Here's the thing that everyone's saying right now, though. Everyone right now is saying that that Sony would have to pay Microsoft for like rights, basically saying that because they own the rights to the first game, which they technically don't. They just own publishing rights.
Yeah, but if you registered the IP and you already own the IP, Sony, what we just experienced yesterday, they overdid what Microsoft did. So basically, Microsoft has no power.
No, they don't. That's what I'm trying to tell them. Even YouTubers came up with their videos saying that, Sony will have to end up paying Microsoft. I'm like, why would Sony have to pay Microsoft?
And I saw somebody say that the game can't come to PlayStation because Xbox published the first game. I was like, dude, what are you fucking talking about?
Yeah, publishing the game and creating the game and owning the IP are completely different. When you create the game, right, and you have the game creators, which obviously everybody has returned and still works at Insomniac. Sony now owns Insomniac, and Insomniac own the IP. It's possible. As simple as that, it's possible. There's no mental gymnastics you can tell me to say it's not possible. Because what happened yesterday morning was not. People said that wasn't possible, right? They said the Microsoft owned the IP, so why did Sony register the IP?
Here's the thing.
They don't own the IP though. That's the thing.
I know, but the fans keep saying that. The crazy Xbox fanboys keep saying that.
Exactly. I just
guys. Here's the thing though. If they fully own the publishing rights, why do they need to ask Why do they need to ask Insomniac if they can publish the game on PC? They have to ask permission to do that. They don't own the rights.
Exactly.
They don't own the rights. Because if they did, they wouldn't need permission to put it on PC.
The thing is, and this is what I was telling people before, just like a lot of the older games that we know were PlayStation 2 exclusives, right? They are making their way to Xbox. Well, after a good amount of years of a game being out, like, a developer can put the game anywhere they want. So, we might want to go ask Google for the specific year. But I think the Sunset Overdrive has been out for over 6 or 7 years now.
Yeah,
about 8 years now, Jay.
What's going on, man? How you doing today?
Dude, I'm
about 8 years.
So, you talking
How
about that?
old is Sunset Overdrive?
8 years.
Sunset Overdrive is 7 years old.
7.
Its initial release date was 2014.
Yeah, it's an entire generation old. Microsoft has no power. Do you really think Microsoft's gonna hold on to a game that their fans didn't even buy?
And also, Microsoft wasn't even interested in making the second
Exactly,
game.
Bro. I mean, you gotta pay for that shit. This is what Xbox fans need to understand. If Microsoft that has no fucking right to hold on to the shit, their fans didn't like the game. They put it on Game Pass. Nobody still played it. They put that shit on PC. People are still not playing it, right? Okay, you still gotta pay for the rights of fucking Sunset Overdrive year after year, just so PlayStation don't get it.
The only reason
wouldn't be worth it.
It wouldn't be worth it, exactly. So the game is 7 years old. You mean after the game came out for 6 straight years, you kept paying for the IP, and you're gonna keep going pay for the IP for the new generation? No, Microsoft does not give a fuck about this. It's just like when y'all keep telling me, "Oh, Sony don't care about the old game. They're gonna put it on PC. They don't care no more." Remember that shit? Remember people were saying PlayStation is next gen. They don't care about old games. That's why they're putting it on PC. So you think Microsoft cares about this old ass game that their fans did not buy? Their fans did not give 2 fucks about. They also put it on PC in the last 2 years, and the PC fans didn't care about it. We understand that this game is now a PlayStation property. It will get a sequel, and it will do good the way it was supposed to do good fucking 7 years ago.
You know what's funny? Revamp of the first game to be released.
People gotta understand. This is also a big title too. No, this is a big thing, right? Sunset Overdrive had character customization, aka online co-op. Yep. They could expand upon that in so many crazy ways on the sequel.
The funny thing is, that's the only game they have where you have character customization. That was impressive.
It was very impressive because I saw some of the videos. I thought it was awesome. This is another thing I want people to understand. Look at what Insomniac was able to do when they remastered Spider-Man for the PS4. They added ray tracing, they added 60 frames per second, and native 4K. This is not going to be a port. This is going to be a full-on remaster, and I think people need to understand they probably been working on this for a while now.
They probably are. They actually, to be quite fair, they probably already had it done. The thing is, they just don't have the right to do it. And that's why Sony.
It's a valuable studio, man. We keep talking about how valuable they are. They are very valuable. They're pumping out game after game.
It might end up being an E3, Jay.
It's the first Sony studio that they have that has at least 3 active IPs they're working on at the same time. 3 at the same time that are still alive and they're still interested in. They're the only Sony first-party studio that does that. Most of the Sony studios are bouncing between 1 and 2 games or possibly working on a new IP. But damn, bro. Like we already see Guerrilla. Yeah, they were known for Killzone, but they dropped Killzone. They're focusing on Horizon. So they're a 1 game studio. Sony Santa Monica, as of right now, they're a 1 game studio. Their focus is on God of War. Insomniac got 3 fucking games they're worrying about? Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man, and Sunset Overdrive? That's a lot of value right there for like, what, 250-something million? What happened?
Ratchet and Clank is coming off the docket since it's releasing soon. So they'll only be worrying about 2 for the foreseeable future.
And that would probably be Spider-Man 2. And before we even get that shit next year, I could see a Sunset Overdrive coming out this fall. But this is what I also wanted to tell people about the PC shit. I don't care about it. Most of those games I have platinum and completed and purchased day one, obviously. Actually, all of them. But the ones so far. Horizon, I got a platinum, picked it up day one. Double dip, digital deluxe, collector's edition.
Dude, I had to say something about that. Did you see my comment in the Discord about that PC thing?
The what?
About them releasing games on PC?
No, what section did you post it in?
I think it just posted in a normal chat.
Chat room?
Yeah. Because I was basically saying that people were saying, and it's not just people. I'm pointing out one specific one. I'm gonna point out Maximilian. Maximilian, dude. He basically said the reason why Sony should release PC ports simultaneously with PlayStation exclusives is because people still can't get a PS5 because of the chip shortage.
Oh.
Yeah, but what if... Well, hold on. We do have major news to talk about. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Okay, so it was a rumor last year and an early part of this year that people have found out that PlayStation was going to make a PS5 Slim and it was going to come out real soon. It's not a PS5 Slim, it's a PS5 redesign. And I've been looking at this ever since yesterday, but I don't think it was proper for us to talk about it yesterday. There's a lot of other stuff that we can tie to this. This redesign will make it easier for them to produce a PS5. It seems like the thing that's really stopping them is the semiconductor, so maybe they would get rid of that and then make a different type of PS5. It's still going to be a PS5, but they will be able to produce more systems.
What's this semiconductors doing for the PS5 that if they take it out, what difference?
I have no idea, man. I have no idea, but we'll figure that out. I'll do some research in a little bit. But
I think there'll probably be less features on the actual like OS and the UI and shit of this, of the PS5. Some features will be gone. It'll be a little more bare bones. Because I wouldn't think that they would cause the PS5 to be less powerful. That would really suck. Because then we'd be like, okay, giving them kind of the side eye. Yeah, it's kind of understandable, but because of the situation. But let's hope that's not the case.
The semiconductors are.
Let me say this.
A chip.
As far as like chips in general, just because you substitute with something else doesn't mean that it actually changes what the console is. It's just a part that's being replaced with a different part. It's probably a part that does the same function. It's just being replaced with that part that does the same function that's cheaper, instead of sitting up there spending on this part that you can't get any of because everybody's using it. There are a bunch of different manufacturers who make parts that are similar. They may not be the exact same, but they're similar enough.
Doesn't Sony make semiconductors though? That's what I'm saying.
No, they don't, obviously.
No.
Because if they did, they wouldn't have this type of shortage. It's kind of the same thing with the cell processor. They partnered up with the person that was making the cell processor, but the thing about that is they were the only people using the cell processor. So of course they could produce a lot of PS3s. This time around, like he's saying, a lot of other people using a semiconductor style chip or whatever. And if they could find an alternative, one that's not being used by so many people, that they could produce more PS5s, then that'll be how they do it. So, the people that got a PS5 right now, we're the early adopters. This seems like something that is going to happen because we're looking at, we're about to head into June. We're already in the month of May. And we're about to be halfway through this year and they're still having shortages. So this is probably something that's going to happen. And it will be announced and revealed in June that they're going to, have this new PS5 that's coming out.
Here's the thing. As long as it doesn't affect the power of the system and it doesn't take away any features that the system has already or will have in the future, then I'm all right with it.
I mean, we can only hope. When you change something is going to be there and something not going to be there. So we can only hope.
If what they're taking out to replace it with something else that no one is really using, right? And they can produce that more, but it does pretty much the same thing as what you are using already, then I'm pretty sure it's not going to really affect it more.
Yeah. And obviously they want whatever they're about to replace it with or something similar. They are thinking about the grand scheme of this Discord thing. All of this stuff is tied together because, Discord is going to be deeply integrated into the PlayStation Network infrastructure for the PS5, obviously, and the PS4. So you're going to be using it for chatting and possibly video chatting and and messages and communities, and yeah, you're gonna need a chip like that that can have the PS5 continuously still moving with the SSD that it has and making it move fast. So we can only hope that everything turns out right. I don't think there's any reason we should be, worried.
Yeah.
But yeah. Just going back to Sunset Overdrive.
Instead of trying to sit up there and use the same thing. That's why I'm thinking they're going to end up using an alternative and trying instead of use the same thing that they've been using.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm looking at it.
That's a smart thing to do.
I mean, I was looking at it from the standpoint of, all right, since everybody's using these chips, even the PC chips are coming up short too. So this whole idea that the reason people want these games to go to PC is because they can't get a PS5 is bullshit.
And no. Let's be real. It's just a narrative to spin, so they can get games on PC. It's a tactic to try and give Sony a way to put their our games on PC. That's all it is.
Yeah, because what I'm saying is, if they find, let me put it this way. Once you're able to even get a PS5, and which we have watched a lot of gamers do, what do they do when they get a PS5? They just don't sit on their hands. They pick up the games that they want to pick up day one, but they didn't have the ability to pick it up day one because they didn't have a PS5. So why would you fuck yourself over from a game sale? Because if you're putting it on PC day and date, then what's the whole point of you getting a PS5 later on when you already have a system that you can play that game on? It devalues the system as a whole. Yes, there are tons of PC builds out here that are not as capable of a PS5. There are tons of PCs that will never have the SSD that it has, but it's still the purpose. You can play it somewhere else. I kind of don't need a PS5 right now. You see what I'm saying?
Which makes it so that they can't move units, and if they can't move units, that's a loss in money.
Exactly, and if you can't move units because your game is on another platform, why are you even making that console in the first place? You see what I'm saying?
You're kidding me.
I understand that the PC fans really want PlayStation to die off, but trying to outsmart them and telling them that you guys are going to be a revenue source for them when a part of their revenue source is selling hardware is a pretty stupid thing to do. They have obligation to their real fans, and their real fans want to buy a console and play on a TV or a monitor. That's how they want to play. So it will be just the same as like us talking about Alienware. Hey, we don't want Alienware here anymore. Alienware, all the features that you have, you should release all those exclusive features to other PC manufacturers. Then what would be the reason of buying Alienware? Just for the alien logo on your fucking rig? You see how stupid that fucking sounds? Like, that's it's the dumbest thing PC fans have been running around spreading for the last couple years I've ever seen. Give away what makes you special. Oh yeah, don't worry, there'll still be people to buy it. But not enough for them to make that money that they want to keep the quality flowing.
Somebody, and I mean, shoot, I hate to quote Sick on this, but that's just like sitting up there telling somebody to put a Lamborghini body on a Camaro.
True.
Oh goodness,
it's true.
Hey.
But that's the way they see the world, and that's why I call them idiots. You know.
Shoot, they'd be willing to destroy gaming just so that
yes.
they feel good about being able to get something that they can't have.
Exactly. Again, Nintendo sitting over there like the baby that they are, out of the conversation, never getting this type of fucking backlash. Hey, like Nintendo doesn't have to give their games to PC. No, they don't have to do that. But PlayStation, you do. Whether you're selling a lot of consoles or you don't have a lot of consoles to sell, we still want all your games on our platform. That's just really fucking selfish.
No heat. I don't get that, bro.
Yeah, Nintendo will never get heat for anything. Like, I don't get they're immune. They are immune. They are not getting heat for anything. I'm telling you.
You're looking at it like, yo, Nintendo, it's something about the appeal of their games that the normal gamer is not going to think that their games work on anything but a Nintendo. When it can be proven that it can work, it just takes a little effort.
True. It doesn't really take much effort at all, to be quite fair. All the games could work on any other platform.
No, but if you're talking about their games on PC, any and every one of their games can work on PC. But let me give you another insight into the minds of the PC gamers. The reason why PC fans don't mess with Nintendo is because they claim that they have so many emulators for Nintendo systems over the years that it's only a matter of time before they have an emulator. So that's why they don't ever ask Nintendo to put their games on PC platform. But PlayStation doesn't have an emulator. The thing is, PlayStation has multiple emulators on PC, so it still defeats the fucking purpose of them begging for our games.
No, but the thing is though, what you call it? Nintendo goes after these people with the emulators, so that's why it's not worth it for them.
Yeah, I mean, they only going after the ROMs. Let's be honest. Let's separate emulators from ROMs. Sadly, the PC fans have educated me enough to say that there's a difference between emulators and ROMs, and that they can't be touched in court when it comes to emulators, but they can be touched in court when it comes to ROMs. So that's why, again, they're not bitching that much.
Making the program that allows the game to be ran versus the intellectual property is what you're saying.
Yes. So, if it was a way, Nintendo would have found it, and they would have took a lot of people to court, and they would have got even more money. But right now, it's no way to fight people that have emulators of Nintendo consoles playing their games for free without paying Nintendo. But again, that's the fate of a PlayStation exclusive going to PC. It's not guaranteed money for Sony. It's really up to that individual. Do they want to buy the game day one? Do they want to buy it at a reduced price? Do they even want to give money at all? Do they want to pirate it? Do they want to crack it? Do they want to wait for an emulator? Like, how do they actually want to play the game that PlayStation eventually puts on PC? It's really up to a PC gamer. But most of the time, you're not looking at a big profit from the PC market. Not Sony, anyway.
That made me realize something about the emulators. They would have to prove that the emulators are Nintendo consoles, and they can't do that.
They can't do that. They can't do
that.
I
mean, that hurts.
Oh, don't worry. Eventually, Sony, not Sony, Nintendo of all people will find a way to take these motherfuckers to court for emulators. It might take a couple more years, but if there's anybody we know that like taking motherfuckers to court for shit like this, it's Nintendo, and they will find a way.
They'll do it.
Yeah, they'll find a way. It just hasn't happened yet. But yeah, man, I just never really understood the PC mindset. Hey, if it's something special, that something that makes you special, you should give it to us, even if you die because of it. It's a real selfish way to think. Like PlayStation, you have a good game, but you should not have it. I know you made the game, but you should not have it. You should not be allowed to keep it on the platform that you created. You need to give that game to everybody else.
Because them influencers do not need to sit up there and say something as stupid as, "Oh yeah, this would be wonderful on PC."
But the thing is, the influencers are also the people about 3 weeks ago that was saying doom and gloom for PlayStation. They want PlayStation to be in a bad position, and I again, that's why we're having this stream today, and that's why we have the title we have. Why are so many people wanting PlayStation to fail? Because Xbox ain't doing any better, and
it makes their platform look better. That's why.
Yeah, but it can kill the gaming industry. As we've found out, PlayStation is bringing in money for a lot of third-party developers. AAA third-party developers.
They don't care. They just want their side to look better. They don't care how it's going to affect everything else. They just want it to make their side look better. It's a stupid console, and this console will never end because people just want other platforms to fail. That's the bottom line of it. PC too. PC's the worst. PC's the worst. They literally want all the other consoles to fail because if all the consoles, all the other consoles fail, they get everything else on that platform. That PC is the worst one. I hate PC people for that. I hate PC people for that.
We got to end up going back to quality too. We got to go back and talk about quality. Okay, everything dies. All the consoles die except for Nintendo. Nintendo's gonna survive forever because shit, it's Nintendo. But let's just say all the consoles die, and all we got is PC. None of those games will mean jack shit because none of them will be good anymore because nobody will feel the need to put any effort behind any of it because it's just going to a bunch of people who ain't gonna pay for it no way.
Exactly.
You spend $9,000 to sit up there and build this machine. How are you gonna afford the games?
Let me talk to Cooper Clips real quick. So basically, I'm just giving you a perspective of what I've read from one person on Twitter. If Epic loses the lawsuit against Apple, which Apple wants to have Fortnite on their platform, but they want to not pay a lot for it or something, somebody's got to fill me in why they're going at each other, why it was taken off of the Apple Store. But obviously, Apple wanted something a certain way with Fortnite.
I can tell you that. I
Okay.
can tell you what happened.
Fill me in because it was so boring. So.
All right. It's really convoluted, but basically what happened is that Apple takes a percentage off of Epic for every sale that they do, including if people pay for VC. Well, is it VC the currency that they have in game?
For what?
Yes. The V-Bucks. Yeah, the V-Bucks. Yes.
Yeah, V-Bucks. All right, so basically Apple charging them for V-Bucks, so Epic decided, you know what, let's cut them out so we don't have to worry about having to sit up here and charge our players twice for V-Bucks or whatnot. So they put a store inside of Fortnite on every device, so basically you can buy the V-Bucks directly from them, and Apple doesn't get their cut because you're buying it directly from Epic. So Apple was like, yo, we didn't even know you did this. And they were like, well, what's the problem? And Apple was like, we're not getting paid. And Epic's like, we don't think you deserve to be paid. So
the fuck?
We're not going to pay you.
Yo, wait. Epic actually said that? What the fuck?
Basically.
Well, not in those exact words, but that's basically what they were implying.
I mean, let me put it this way, bro. Would you want to pay someone that doesn't have the biggest market on Fortnite? Now, again, everything's coming full circle, right? We learned about this yesterday and the day before. That Epic has to pay PlayStation for crossplay. But they bringing in the most money, so they don't have a problem paying PlayStation for crossplay. Not for the V-Bucks, but paying them for crossplay. They're bringing in more money.
That store, though, the thing about it is that Apple does not allow any third-party stores in their apps without them knowing about it. So them having that third-party store in there, basically it ain't even a third-party store, it's a first-party store because it belongs to Epic. But having that store inside the app, instead of having them go through the app store and purchasing V-Bucks, you have to sit up there and go directly to Epic. You cut Apple out completely, and they're sitting up there looking like, why is this store in your app and you didn't say anything about it? You know, that type of thing. It's like, you're being sneaky. Why are you being sneaky? And it's one of those things where they try to play it off like, oh, it's just a feature of the game. And it's like, no, it's not a feature of the game because they have to pay real currency to get that virtual currency. And
well, didn't Apple already know that that store was in Fortnite to begin with?
No, it just kind of popped up.
How does the store just pop up there?
Well, look, man, I think Epic did the right thing. You don't like that we got the store there, we're going to take it off your fucking shit. And I think they did the right thing. If you don't like the way we operate, we're taking it off your store. Now, if they win the court case, what? Does the judge force Epic to put Fortnite back on the fucking store and pay fucking Apple? How does this end? How do you think it ends?
They have to pay them for every, like, basically the percentage that they were going to get off of the V-Bucks being sold, they have to pay Apple.
And then after they pay them, do they have to put it back on the App Store?
No, they don't. They don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Really.
Well, that's what I think. That's what Epic needs to do. I know they're not gonna want to, but eventually, just pay them and keep that shit off the Apple Store. Cause look at how much money they're still making off of Fortnite without Apple. They don't need Apple, bro. Actually, if you looked at the financials that came out of this fucking court proceeding, they're making like almost 50% of their fucking money they're making is off of PlayStation. And I know people hate Fortnite, but goddamn, bro, that's a lot.
That's nuts.
I know.
That's crazy.
I think it was 48%.
That's kind of wild. I think with PlayStation's investment in Epic, they get a chunk of that change off of the stores that they put in Fortnite too. So
that would be true.
So that's why PlayStation didn't make a big stink about it, and that's probably. And if Microsoft has any shares in Epic, they not making a big stink about it. But Apple and Google, they both got that big stink about that store being in there because it cuts both of them out. Because it started with Apple, and then everybody was looking at Google with the side eye like, hey.
But the thing is, though, isn't Fortnite still on Google, though? Because I've seen it.
No, they pulled it shortly after.
Oh, it's not on Google Store either?
Think about it on Apple. Google ended up pulling Fortnite too.
Oh shit.
Hey yo, that just made me realize something. You think Fortnite's the main reason why PlayStation got so much stake in Epic?
Possibly.
That might be the main reason why, because they didn't know how lucrative it is.
Possibly.
That
and the engine.
Well, yeah, of course the engine. Yeah.
My thing is, I'm looking at it like this. This whole case had a big stink about it so much that a bunch of other YouTubers started commenting on it. And I'm like, you know what? You guys are like ambulance chasers when you start talking about how evil a corporation is.
Oh, definitely.
That's what
I mean. It's called a corporation. When you hear the word corporation, you know it means evil. So there's evil aspects in every fucking corporation. Nobody's a saint when it comes to a corporation. That's how they became a corporation, by doing shady ass shit. Sony too, you know.
The killer part to me is that why sit up there and do the ambulance chase behind the damn story? Because
in some way they're trying to find exactly, but in some way they're trying to see if they can make PlayStation look bad out of this shit. Guaranteed. You said what?
Looking at it like
I said, and it brings them views.
Oh yeah, that too. I hope that, you know, this shit can be over real quick. I know they don't want to pay Apple, but I'm gonna put the information up on the screen real quick so you guys can see the percentage. But long story short, it seems like even if they have to pay Apple, it won't make that much of a dent because they're still making so much money off of PlayStation. When you look at the percentage that I'm about to put on screen,
they don't want to pay us because of principle.
Oh, obviously, yeah, Yeah, we know.
You have somebody sitting up there trying to strong arm you out of some money, you wouldn't want to sit up there and pay them either.
Nah. Not if they go put it on Game Pass, no. What?
That and that's another thing too. When you
one thing I wanted to go back. I'm sorry, Trudy. I want to go back and share with you guys what I was hearing. So what I was hearing is that this could end up opening a door for Microsoft to win a case for them to allow their xCloud or Game Pass on other consoles.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to do.
So if Apple wins, this could benefit Microsoft in the grand scheme of things. And even if Sony doesn't want xCloud on their platform, it's kind of like it's nothing they could do because of what happened here. So you guys look at that. Look at that right there. Android ain't get shit from Fortnite, by the way. Apple got 7%, which was underneath the Switch, which was 8.4%. PC, damn, PC don't get a lot either. So I love that when you see people streaming, most of them streaming on a PC or whatever, but that does not mean most of the money's coming from PC. And to the best of my knowledge, Fortnite, just like Overwatch, when they first got started, it seemed like they were going to be PC exclusives until they came over to consoles. And then we saw what happened. Xbox is only 27.5%, and PlayStation is 46.8%. So, again, roughly half of everything everybody else is doing, PlayStation is doing for them. So why not partner up with them? That's a big piece of the pie.
They carrying our company, so let's work with these things.
Exactly. And this is only as of July 2020. So we don't know what, if PlayStation's percentage is even more after Kratos and Aloy got added to it, Fucking crazy, right? I wouldn't give a fuck about Apple either, but hey, bro, I know they don't want to fucking pay them out of principle, but they need to hurry up and knock that shit out and move the fuck on. Because I'm getting tired of motherfuckers talking about this court case, and for real, there's a lot of important secret documents coming out that I don't even think we need to be seeing or knowing about. But shit, it's crazy, man. You know how Apple is. Apple about that money too. So
of course, they all are, to be quite fair. They're all about the money. Just that nigga. You tell them they shouldn't have a store in their game, bro. Like, what the hell?
It's all right. So hey, man, all I'm gonna say, I want Apple to win, get the money, and shut the fuck up. Epic, you gotta pay them. Don't put that shit back on Apple Store. Simple as that.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, shit, it's their own fault because they were trying to be sneaky about the situation. So
yeah, but then again, Apple will suffer because they never have anything as big as Fortnite on their platform.
That's their own fault too.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing,
Rallo, that's what I was just saying, man. Sony been carrying gamer for a while. If you look at the financials for Ubisoft and Activision and EA, their multi-platform games sell better on PlayStation all the time.
Yep.
But we always have these people hating on PlayStation, trying to spread fake news and bad news about PlayStation. And these the motherfuckers that's carrying the gaming. Fuck, not these. We, the PlayStation community, is carrying the gaming industry. We're doing what we're supposed to do. We're buying games and we're playing games.
Which, I mean, she was looking at everybody else, all the ones who sit up there and they chose a system just because somebody peer pressured them into buying something. And then come to find out they don't really like video games.
Exactly.
Dude, I mean, that's the sad part right there. How could you sit up there and see yourself spending all that money on something that you're not going to even use, really?
I mean, people like up here, like Jehovah's Witnesses, spreading the good news about fucking Game Pass. A lot of people buying Xboxes literally because of Game Pass. No lie.
And that's the saddest thing, to sit up there and pay for something to play a service. You don't even need the box to play the service.
Mm-hmm. I want to tell y'all a story. It takes place about 9,000 years ago. We're gonna look at. Nope. You don't need that. Nope. I want to show y'all something. Now, Digital Foundry did this, posted this video 35 minutes ago. We were just talking about Nintendo and how they want to find a way to sue people, right? I could see Nintendo copyrighting this video and me laughing at Digital Foundry by the end of this week. It's probably going to happen, right? So, as you know, a lot of people love Mario 64. I grew up with Nintendo. I played Mario 64. But I felt it was very disrespectful to myself and newer Nintendo fans for Nintendo to literally just give you a port. You see how good that shit is? That's not Nintendo. Somebody had to do that. But Nintendo could have did that. We see what happened with Demon Souls. We see what's about to happen with The Last of Us remake. We're going to talk about a little bit of details on that. And so many other games. But they still sold you the collection for $60. I need people to stop talking about the price of games when you allow Nintendo to get away with shit. Animal Crossing ain't worth shit. That game doesn't even have nearly as much detail as The Last of Us Part 2. And you paying $60 for that game. But you also paying $60 for fucking Last of Us. What makes a game worth $60? Is it by Nintendo or is it by Sony?
It's subjective.
Exactly. I don't want to hear anybody talk about, oh, Nintendo, $70. What? Really? Y'all bitching about that. But somebody on the fucking internet made a better remake to Mario 64 than Nintendo did. They did better on the trees. They did better on the water. They did better on the little turtle with the camera right here.
That's sad.
They did a overall better job. Nintendo fans that are as old as me, this is what we deserved when we heard them announce that they were bringing Mario 64 to the Switch. We did not expect to get Mario 64 on Switch. We wanted a remaster, a remake. How the fuck did they do this? And Nintendo's mad at them. Nintendo hates the fact that they were doing this.
You want to know what they should do, though? They should be hiring these people instead of sitting up there going after them and trying to sue.
Listen, I heard that same thing, and I agree. Community? Yes, that was made by the PC community, people that are very skilled with Unreal Engine.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm about to show you the power of Dreams. So, you know. Yeah, do you remember what happened with Dreams? Nintendo started looking at Dreams last year. They started taking Mario 64 shit off. Actually, it was the year before. Yeah, so ever since Dreams was in beta, people were making like Mario 64 stuff. And Nintendo couldn't fucking stand it. And I'm about to show you another bit of proof. So, the character model right here on the left, actually the same Dreams creator made both of these models, right? This was the first one. It has the whole Mario 64 set of moves. Something that took this dude a long time and a lot of skills to do, because this is not a traditional platformer game. He was in the process of upgrading the visuals of Mario on Dreams to make it look more traditional. Again, as you can see, this Mario looks way better than the one that you got on the Switch. This is available for free on Dreams. So I only paid $30 for the early access. Because of that, I got the game itself for $30. But I have something, an asset, from a game that Nintendo tried to sell you for $60 that looks better than anything that they produce. It doesn't have to be that way. They could have put their heart and soul in it, but they know their fans are just going to buy anything that they put their fucking name on. So what makes Dreams fucking $30? People didn't even buy it at $30 or $40. Dreams went all the way down to $20. I think it might have went down to $10 a couple times. It's not swimming around in success like 30 or 40 million copies sold like Animal Crossing, which is $60. Why not? It has more quality. It has more content. But if they would have tried to sell Dreams for $60, you would have heard people say it's not worth $60. Why not? I need people to stop doing that. It's really, really fucking stupid. I'm a Nintendo veteran. I can talk bad about them motherfuckers. And I will point out the bullshit. So before you start bitching about a PlayStation exclusive now or in the future, remember, Nintendo is releasing games that are $60 that are actually not worth it. These games are native 720p, upscaled to 1080p when you plug it into the TV. And you're paying $60 for a 720p game. Not only that, there's a remaster, aka a fucking port of, what is it, the Zelda that was released on a Wii U, and they're charging $60 out the gate in July for that game, the Skyward Sword. It's nothing new about it. Some people said that the visuals look exactly the same, and they're charging $60. Nobody's bitching. Nobody's crying. Nobody's saying, hey, it's not worth it. They just sitting back and they eating it.
Because it's backwards compatibility, Jay. It's back.
Yeah, I know.
Compatibility that you have to pay for full price.
I know. But that's, I mean, I know you're laughing, but that still doesn't make any sense. You're paying $60 so you can play the game that was on another platform. You know? Again, I can never really understand it. And Dreams, when you're using it on a PS5, is a flawless 60 frames per second. I want to dive into some of these rumors we learned about.
Dreams is coming to PS5.
Yeah, I heard that something by the name of Dreams Plus is coming to the PS5. It was a list that was released, I think, over the last 2 days. It's your traditional, maybe it's real, maybe it's not real list that you get right before E3. There will be more lists like it. Be careful what you believe on the road to E3, because it might not be true. But yeah, it said that Dreams Plus will be coming out, aka Dreams for the PS5. It'll probably be adding the multiplayer feature, which, again, that would be huge, because there are tons of different games on Dreams that don't have multiplayer online, but they do have like couch co-op multiplayer. Damn, bro. I'm just like playing this motherfucking game, and I'm like, damn, man, how does this shit look better than the Mario 64 they put out? And I realized, because they put out Mario 64, you know? It wasn't a real remaster at all. It was just Mario 64 on the Switch. I don't even think they changed the aspect ratio, if I'm not mistaken. Does anybody know?
I can't get over the fact of the matter that the nostalgia for those games, those particular games, is so heavy that they'd be willing to pay for it again. But I think one of the reasons why is due to the fact of the matter that they don't release their games that much.
It's kind of like a Disney scenario, right?
Yeah, it goes into the vault and you don't see it for a long time, and maybe 5-10 years down the line, okay, we'll release it again, just to feed your nostalgia, just in case you couldn't get it the last time.
Well, somebody did make a Mario 64. We'll see what it looks like here. Okay. Not bad at all. Looks better than the shit we were just watching, which is crazy. It's not supposed to happen that way. You know. This is built inside of Dreams. Again, not supposed to happen that way.
Okay, Jay, I know.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, for Mario 64, it was the upscale was up to 480 or whatever base TV is, and then docked to 720.
So what was it? What was it?
For standard, like television back in whatever 2000, 480, and then if you have it docked, it's 720. I think for regular 64 it was like 240.
So they upped it, but nothing really was changed about like the character models or anything.
No, it's just res.
Yeah, it's just res. I mean, for a game like that was big as Mario 64, weren't you expect like a lot of people were expecting like a remake? Like, you see how Demon's Souls was treated by PlayStation?
mean, shoot, you would expect an update on controls and game mechanics for something like that to be released.
I don't understand. They get away with murder, bro. They literally get away with murder.
I think it's crap they couldn't put Galaxy 2 at least in there with it to make it
a lot of people were talking about that, man. A lot of people was talking
My
about
son
that.
has it just because he loves Mario, so I bought it. And it keeps him off my goddamn Astrobot because I want to play games.
Oh, yeah, you told me your kids love Astrobot.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was going to... I'll make a video later. Well, it's Mega Man X most of the day now, but...
That's so... I was just experiencing this. I'm like, man... It's like... Nintendo didn't drop a ball because it's a ball that they choose not to fucking play, but it's so fucking sad. Like, they haven't made a... When is the last time they made a remake to one of their, like, amazing IPs from back in the day? Never. Right? They've never made a remake.
That's because it's easier to remaster and they get the same amount of money.
Exactly. They sell it for the same amount of money.
They could just brush up a SNES title or something, throw it on there, people gobble it up.
Damn, bro. I'm sorry. As long as Nintendo is doing what they're doing, I don't want to hear people talk about a brand new
I love
IP.
Nintendo games, man, but it's like, people keep bitching about PlayStation games being $70 for like a 60, 70, 80, 100-hour adventure. And Nintendo will drop a 6-hour game for $60 and people are happier than a motherfucker.
Exactly.
That 12 guys worked on that cost 1% the budget. I don't fucking understand people. I don't.
You know that
I'm gonna start hurting people.
the Mario Kart 8 game on Switch is $50. They only dropped it by $10. It's been out for 4 years.
They won't release a new one because people keep buying it.
Exactly, but look at the price. All that is a remaster or like a additional version of a Wii U game, and they're still
Mario
charging.
Odyssey is amazing, but it's still full price, and I got it for my son, and I'm not complaining about because he gets it, but he can beat it in like 6 hours. You know, but people don't complain about that. I don't know. People are weird, man. I can't deal with it no more.
If you guys really want to see what's going on here, I'll show you. I'll show you the screen. I'll show you the screen right now. So this is just Amazon bestsellers. So obviously we're about to have a lot of cards and shit like that, right? So I want to go to the Mario 3D World, Animal Crossing. And here we go. This is Mario Kart 8. They still have the price of $49.94. Zelda is still barely first top price at $47.99. That's very high for a 4-year-old game. PlayStation normally drops their games after 4 years to like $20. Sometimes you'll find it at $10.
It's only going to be on sale for a while though. That goes back up to full price. They always do that. Drop like 20 per. In 2 weeks, that'll be $60 again.
Yeah, and again, people are telling me, "Hey, Returnal's not worth it. A brand new IP, it's not worth it." But these games are 720p when you don't have it on dock mode, and you're paying $60 for a 720p game. To be honest, you're paying
Zelda,
720.
Most of them are short.
Exactly. To be honest, they're paying 720. They're paying $60 for a fucking handheld game. That's a hybrid console. That's not a true television console. You go on the go, it's 720p. You play on the house. Guess what? It's 1080p. Barely. I guess they're out of stock on Animal Crossing, or they're not allowing them to give a price. But I'm right here, and they're saying it's sold. I'm trying to see what the price is. They're not telling me what the price is, but I know it's $60. Let me go see what they got here. $50, $55. Yeah, that's a $60 game, Animal Crossing. And just me personally, I don't think it's nothing much to look at. But, bro, I'm trying to figure out how you buy these fucking games. They don't have a price. That's the thing. They don't want to scare motherfuckers with the price. But that's the thing, man. There are a few ways to get these games, and they want to make sure that they keep the price high. So I don't know how much a Nintendo code would cost, but damn, bro, that's pretty fucked up. They got all the little packs and shit here. Looks like they going Fighter Pass. They got a lot of fucking DLC for this fucking. They really went all out with the DLC for Smash Brothers. Yeah, Smash Brothers. There it is.
God, dude, that's a couple $100 probably if you get all the packs.
So the digital code, just like you were just saying, is top price. Smash Brothers been out since. Wait, when did Smash Brothers come out? When's the fucking release date?
A couple years ago.
2018.
17? 18?
No, 2018, yeah. And it's still $60 on the store. Why isn't nobody bitching about that? This is a fighting game that's like 4 years old. No one's bitching about it. Y'all bitching about a $70 game, but this game's fucking 4 years old. They're still charging $60 for it.
They don't care.
I need to understand.
They don't care, Jay.
Like, I'm going to start shitting on everybody. Talk bad about Returnal or any other game that's $70 on PlayStation. I'm going to point you in the direction of what Nintendo's doing. Because that's pretty fucked up. Over here on PlayStation, we know that they're going to want more people to buy the game. The best way to have people buy the game is lowering the price. But you got a lot of brain-dead individuals over in the Nintendo community nowadays. And they're going to buy the game at top price all the time. I suffered with this as a kid. Not being able to find sales for Nintendo games, and now I know. Now I know why I couldn't find any sales as a kid. Because they kept the prices high. They didn't want to lose any investment.
Pick up a Wii game. Wii. Like Punch Out right now, used at a GameStop is still like $30.
Fucking sad, man.
Wii, not Wii U.
I know. Wii. Like, it's crazy.
Used. So new, if you could find one, would probably still be full price.
Just because a game continues to sell, it should stay at a high price. So why are people bitching about Returnal being $70 when it just came out? I'm confused about that. So Nintendo can keep their game at a high price because you're saying it continues to sell. But another company,
Forever.
They can't put their game at a low price. I mean, their game has to be at a low price when it first comes out. I'm confused. It's really confusing. So basically, Nintendo can do it because it's Nintendo, but PlayStation, we don't want you to do it. It's the same shit as the PC community. PlayStation, we don't want you to have your own exclusives. Give them away. Nintendo, nah, you're good. Keep your own exclusives. We like you.
Remember what I said before about the Vault? They don't release. The reason Punch Out is the price it's at right now is because it's not in production anymore. So if you can't get the game, it's valuable. It's the same thing with Tatsunoko versus Capcom. That game's like $300 right now because you can't get it. It's out of production.
Well, see, that was a different story. We already know why Tatsunoko was out of production because of all of that, the rights of those. There's a lot of characters in there. You remember Gotcha Man on Toonami? Yep. Yeah, like they got a lot of copyrighted shit. They did the same thing with J-Star Victory Versus, which I have digitally. It was the prequel to Jump Forces. it has so many anime in there. They had to stop production early on because they just couldn't keep paying for the rights. But yeah, I understand about Punch Out. They have control over Punch Out. They could have continued to produce it, but they don't.
Yeah, that was a bad example because that was the one I wanted. But all the Wii U games or regular Wii games that you've heard of were around the same price.
Exactly.
But that was the motherfucker I wanted.
And
I used a bad example.
It's alright. I want to point out one thing though. This is a good example. Nintendo specifically made the Switch the way it is so they wouldn't have to do backwards compatibility. Again, nobody's bitching about that. PlayStation has backwards compatibility with the previous generation. Nintendo Switch, they decided to do what they did to fuck you over. So now they can remaster games from the previous generation and charge you, and that's the only way you can play it because you don't have backwards compatibility on the Switch.
Oh shit! I forgot one other the fake outrage. I just forgot about one of the other things for fake outrage. Oh, please don't close the Vita store. But it's okay to close the Wii store for Nintendo because you know what? You're not playing those games anyway. You're not going to play the Castlevania remake that we made. You're not going to play that Contra remake that we made. Don't worry about it. We're going to just close down the Wii store and you're not going to be able to get access to any of those good games anymore. Fuck off.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If PlayStation does anything, if they sneeze, it's outrage. Like, that's how it is. We don't like PlayStation, so we're gonna just be on them motherfuckers all the time. That's how it is. Nintendo, we like you. You can do whatever you want.
There's one added thing that I forgot to add in there. Every time you get a new Nintendo console, until recently, you had to sign up for a new Nintendo account just to sit up there and sign in their store.
You can't keep your shit?
No, you can't keep your shit.
Opening webpage.
They're gonna do it anyway.
Those 40 games you bought, you can buy them again.
Yeah. Dude, guess what? The Wii store is closed. All those games you paid for, you can't play them anymore. And we're going to re-release them on the Wii U. Oh, man, don't you remember those Wii games that you was playing? Guess what? All the digital ones that you just played, you just registered your Wii U. Oh, man, you can play them on the Wii U now after you bought them again. Oh, shit, we're getting rid of the Wii U. Guess what? All those games that you had on your Wii U, you can't buy them digitally on your Switch. Guess what? You gotta pay for them all over again on your Switch. Aren't we good? Aren't we doing you a favor?
Exactly. See, no one talks about they don't have backwards compatibility, physical or digital, on Switch. But they bitch about PlayStation not having 3 generations of backwards compatibility. Well, you didn't have backwards compatibility with the the GameCube versus the N64, and you couldn't play GameCube games on your fucking Wii. You could play Wii games on your fucking Wii U, but that's about it.
That's some bullshit too. You can't get backwards compatibility on that, but I can play SNES. Get the fuck out of here.
You actually could play. You could play your GameCube games on Wii.
Oh, you could?
Yeah, you could. That was one of the determining factors for a lot of people to buy it. Is that you could still play GameCube games on the Wii.
How did they do that with the disc being so small?
I have no clue, but I know it does work, and it does have the ports on the top to use like Wavebirds and GameCube controllers.
Yep, because I remember using it. I had a Wii and a GameCube, and it did work.
Wow.
Yep, back in the day. Yo, but people forget, man. Like, they don't realize Nintendo is literally the most anti-consumer.
Oh, hell yeah!
Gaming corporation, and they literally look right over it as if.
Because they're not in the console one. That's why.
Yeah, I think that's why too. Because
they're not trying to be a part of the big 3, which means they don't get the attention.
Nintendo's been good with being the secondary, and they've said that multiple times that we're okay with being the secondary console.
Yeah, get away with stuff.
We don't have to compete with nobody. Just come over here for your mobile.
Yeah. They are really the only ones competing with PlayStation.
They are. Well, PlayStation had to make a choice last generation. Do we support both and have a little bit of both, or do we dominate one? I mean, if they're
I want to say one thing though. They got out of the traditional consoles, and I'll take you back through a little history lesson. N64 versus PS1. Who won that one? GameCube PS1 versus PS2. Who won that?
PS2.
Right.
Exactly. So when they made traditional consoles, what happened? They got their ass beat. Now, listen. Go to the Wii versus PS3. Look how different it was. It was not a traditional console. It was a motion control based console out the gate. And they were able to outsell the PlayStation. They tried to fucking get Lightning 2 times and it didn't work. When they brought out the Wii U, it didn't work. But look at what happened again. Look at what happened with the Switch. When they don't have a traditional console, they win. Because if they go head to head with anybody else with a traditional console, they're going to be forgotten.
Go get me one.
That's just the truth. Nintendo's not bad. I grew up with Nintendo. I have a lot of great memories with Nintendo. It's just I find it funny that people ignore what they do.
I'm watching Nintendo shit right now. Turn this.
Oh yeah, I got the Mario. Oh, by the way, Nintendo they told Dreams and PlayStation to take that level off of Dreams because it was too good.
Yeah, well, no, it was because of the copyright, I'm sure. But all the other games they steal from,
this was funny. You know that Mario model that doesn't even look like the real Mario? They made that dude take him down. The other one I showed you earlier, they made him take that down. There's a lot of Mario content missing from Dreams because they kept telling them to take it.
I watched the video on the 64, and I mean, they used the songs, they really.
Oh yeah, they still got that. They still haven't updated, but they was being petty. I remember years ago, it was a Little Big Planet level that was like a Mario level, but it had Sackboy in it. It wasn't like they didn't redesign it and make it look like a Nintendo level. And I got a copyright notification. For that shit in the email. That video had like 100,000 views. This was so many years ago. And I took that shit down. I was like, no, I don't want Nintendo fucking owning my fucking video. This shit was crazy, man. Nintendo, they want to make their money, bro. And I know that's what this whole world is about, making their money. But I feel that Nintendo's the only one allowed to make money. And in PlayStation, they can't make money. So they can't sell their game for $70. They can't have that additional money, that $10 to help fund new projects. It's not good for PlayStation to make money and continue to make products. We want PlayStation to sell their game for $20 all the time.
Looking at Nintendo, shoot, there's no coincidence that their new CEO's last name is Bowser.
Bowser. Yeah, it's no coincidence, no. Because Nintendo, they wasn't going to hire somebody from the United States if they didn't have a Mario type name. Other than that, they would have forego that shit. Oh yeah, here's a Mario right here.
They want to keep evil going.
He's going to steal that wallet. he's done with Peach's ass. He wants that wallet.
There for booty.
Give me the keys. Give me the keys.
Those some really nice gold coins you got there. Damn, if somebody just happened to take them.
So we're going back to what, again, as a Nintendo fan back in the day, I think that they got enough games back in the day they can remake it. Probably 5. That would be Metroid, Zelda Ocarina of Time, Mario 64, and you probably can name like 2 more, but there are some games that Nintendo has made that they need to do remakes for, and they never will. Because their fans have told them that they will buy games that are not remade, and they won't bitch about it. But again, that's just new generation fans.
Dude, I just thought about it. A prime example of that, even with it being a remake, having terrible controls, they still fucking bought it, and I'm guilty of buying it too. Kid Icarus.
Oh
They
yeah.
remade that.
Mm-hmm.
Controls were terrible, and people still bought the shit out of it.
They did such a good job with whatever this is. I guess it's a remake. They did a really, really good job. Oh, somebody made this level on Dreams 2 once. So basically what model they were using a promotional Mario model. It brings a tear to my eye because I used to open up books and magazines with this model. This was a great model. The character never actually looked like this in the early days, but this was one that this was one you used to see. So crazy. Let's go find some bad PlayStation news. Bad PlayStation news. Where do we go to find bad PlayStation news? No. Fuck Facebook.
Anywhere.
I'm just gonna go to the Xbox page. So I think that's the best place to go. Dealer Gaming. He should have some bad. Here we go. 15 hours ago. Xbox events. Xbox Series event details and games. Xbox Game Pass changes. None of that's real. Not even gonna click on that shit. PS5 can't beat Xbox.
Really now? That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm not gonna click on that because we already know that's not true.
Riding that train.
You said what?
Yo, wait, did Xbox go free to play?
Recently, yes, on a few games.
So they're out of fucking business unless they get those people into Game Pass. That's 75% of the motherfucking base.
Well,
who's gonna pay the bills now?
The only reason why they would panic is if those gamers.
Oh, the Apple thing.
Yeah. No. If those gamers stop paying for games with gold, I don't think the gamers have noticed that the game was free. Cause see, they've always been paying Xbox Live for something that was free anyway. So I'm not sure if they're smart enough to stop paying. I mean, a normal human being would.
Oh shit, that's right. God.
We already know that. We've heard people on other podcasts say that they were willing to sit up there and keep on paying Xbox Live because they didn't care. They sat up there
exactly.
And
so
a month.
Yeah, so I could see. I mean, I'm not really seeing any negative PlayStation news. It's just a lot of clickbait here.
Almost everyone that I know that just has an Xbox only plays free games. Warzone, Fortnite, or they used to play PUBG. Warframe. Sims 3?
Let's have some fun. Let's go to Digital Foundry and see what they're talking about with the comparison for Resident Evil.
Go and do a pre-order on that.
Again, this is what I'm talking about. Look at that. The Xbox Series S. I don't even know why they make that shit anymore. 43 frames per second in this scene.
The things you do when you want to be cheap.
Yeah, the things you do when you want to be cheap.
That was a really smart buy. They can sell those memory sticks, and you're right up at 500 because those memory sticks, if they weren't proprietary, you could get that kind of speed for like $130 and then start charging $220. And you have to get one if you want to play anything on that motherfucker.
So pretty much grab your ankles.
Yeah.
So Digital Foundry did one small comparison with PlayStation and Xbox Series X, where PlayStation dropped, and then they cut it off real quick. Then they didn't do another comparison anymore. Okay, all the way into the end of this video. Let me go see what's going on here. Yep. But if you don't have a frames per second counter, you probably won't even fucking notice. It looks identical. Just to the human eye. game.
Understand. Like, shoot, these dudes do more technical analysis than they actually do playing games.
Oh, they never play games. Not in front of us because they probably suck pretty bad at playing games. I know the older one probably can't. He probably got arthritis or some shit. There's no way he plays games. He probably just watches somebody else play games.
They're PC guys. Why would they do that?
That's why they like the Xbox.
Or Battaglia, or whatever the hell that dude's name is. That dude needs to stick to photography. Shoot, gaming is not his hobby, obviously. Hey, shit.
The man literally said he doesn't normally play on console.
If PC was so interesting, they'd be talking about that shit most of the time.
But but you gotta realize the analysis in the console, the analysis for the console world brings in views.
But this is the thing that I understand. At the end, this is one of those things you got to look at. It's like, think about it. You're on your deathbed. I'm just going to use a random scenario. You're on your deathbed, right? Mm-hmm. And you're sitting thinking about your life. And you're thinking about all the time you spent sitting up there doing something that didn't even fucking matter.
Yeah.
That you didn't even really enjoy. And you about to die. So this is it for you. Think back.
Oh my
When you
goodness,
think back, you start to sit up there and say, damn, I wasted all that fucking time for something that I have to ask myself, was it really worth it? At that point, and you're taking your last breath, you find, you know what? It really wasn't worth it. I could have spent my time doing something else better suited to whatever my skill set must be, rather than sit up there and waste my time doing something that nobody cares about, and I do it just for clicks to sit up there and get these other idiots riled up.
Yeah, man, you gonna pass on knowing that fact.
Yeah, that's sad. That's a really sad fact to know that, dude. And that's the thing that they're gonna have to sit up there and think about. They wasted all their time sitting up there comparing two things that people are gonna buy if they want it. They not gonna buy it if they don't want it. And it's just like, dude, you wasted a bunch of people's time that they can't get back because time is finite. You know?
It is.
And that's the part that like really ticks me off about them is like, number one, you wasted your time lying to people. In which case, you know how people sit up there and they say brutal honesty? They want to hear, actually they say brutal honesty. It should really be brutal lying because you have to be a real piece of shit to not care about anybody to lie to them. Shoot, instead of telling them the truth. Because, I mean, shoot, everybody knows the truth never tastes good. And there's been a lot of it that they haven't been able to swallow, and they've been putting out these lies because, you know what? The lie is sweet. The lie tastes better.
Yeah?
I'm looking at it, but still, shoot, to be honest, though, you can put honey on shit, and it's still shit.
Oh, damn.
You know what, though? Let's talk about a game that I want to know if they can like talk about this game negatively, right? The name of the game is Kenna. What do you think PlayStation haters, Sony haters can say about Kenna? Kenna is $40. It looks like it's a high budget AAA game. It probably will be shorter than your average game, but it is $40. Do you think people will hate on it?
No, because it's coming to other It's not a full.
Yes.
No. They gonna hate on it. You wanna know why they?
It's on Epic Game Store, not on Steam. It's exclusive to Epic Game Store.
Okay, then they're gonna hate. They're gonna hate.
Yeah. So this game is gonna be on PS4, PS5, and Epic Game Store. You think people gonna hate on it?
Of course they gonna hate on it. They gonna hit us with that. Oh, why you playing that? That's a kid's game.
Mm-hmm.
You need to play a real game like this one. Like what? The Falconeer?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me bust your bubble.
How would you feel? How would you feel right now if a 2D side-scrolling independent studio just mopped the fucking floor with any game that you made last generation? I feel like shit, dude. That is head and hands over anything technically they have fucking done last gen. And they're how many stars? That's facts.
That's illegal.
It's true though.
We gotta look at what they actually have to play. They not sitting up there playing anything that they enjoy from the first party. The only thing that they buy is like sports games and a shooter here and there.
So this is what I wanted to show you. Let me cover it. What's the name? Psychonauts, right? This is a game that Xbox fans have been hyping about. This is a prime example of what's gonna happen with Bethesda.
They only hype it because
here we go. Look at this. Let's no, we gotta zoom in for this one. This is one of the ones you gotta zoom in for.
Well, let me see.
You gotta see it. You gotta watch it. I just saw them talking shit about Ratchet and Clank being a kids game and colorful and shit. Are they gonna buy this? You about to see?
I think I'm behind.
You're far behind.
Are you typing right now?
You're just late.
They not buying that game. We already know they're not.
Is anybody else getting any lag, or is it just True Witty?
Maybe just me. I'm just reloading. Hold on.
I'm a hold it still real quick.
Okay, yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, I was way behind.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get started. This game don't look anywhere close to Ratchet and Clank, and this is what I tell people all the time. Be careful what you fucking say. Be real careful what you say.
They're not buying that game. We know they're not buying that game.
Yeah, but what's funny is they can't do better than Ratchet and Clank.
They can't do better than Ratchet and Clank PS3. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, you're right about that. You're right about that.
Wrong. That is wrong.
It's wrong. It's
wrong.
illegal.
Not right.
But hey, it's the truth.
Jack and Victor remastered. Beat it and then talk to me.
Every time they talk shit about Ratchet and Clank, I'm gonna bring up Psychonauts. Every fucking time.
But this doesn't even look Fandango or whatever the hell the name that game was.
Yeah, it's Double Fine. Same dude that made this. Yay! Look at this. Xbox Land. Yay!
Hey y'all. Hey.
Yeah, but they never.
Hey guys, y'all want to know some of the damage control?
Better cap for this shit.
Psychonauts? They're saying that Psychonauts art style was meant to make it look like that.
Fuck out of here.
Wait, hold on.
Fuck out of here.
Wow,
man. It looks like somebody smeared his face with a towel.
I guarantee you this game going to fucking Switch.
It looks like it can run on Switch pretty well too, with the way it looks. Oof.
Wow. Look like this shit could be on Wii U the way it looks.
And then some people say, it's a double-A game. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Kina, bro.
Wait up. Look at fucking Returnal. Isn't Returnal a double A? Because Sony doesn't own that studio. They're a small studio and they're indie. They're independent.
It might be double A. Even though the game's $70.
Psychonauts is a double A game that they spent AAA money on that studio.
Facts.
Wow, that right there, the realization of that is really sad.
But then again, realize they bought Bethesda for 3 times their price. So yeah, they don't have problems wasting money.
It's management, dude. Look at Rare.
Like Phil.
You put Phil in charge of anything and it dies. Rareware.
Stella gonna walk in that office. Can I talk to you for a minute? Talk to you in the office for a minute, Phil.
As soon as Phil walks into a room of a studio, it starts to wither and die.
I'm telling you, Phil gonna sit up there and have a meeting with Satya. He's gonna be like, "Can you step into the office for a minute?" And it's gonna be like 40 dudes in there with baseball bats.
40 dudes in there with baseball bats. What the? Yeah, that's nuts.
He's sitting out there like, yeah, Satya, you want to talk to me? Yeah, have a seat. Dude, you might want to strap in too. Why? What are you planning on doing? You see those straps right there by your feet? Yeah, hook those up too. See, each one of these guys in here, they may not be able, they may only be 100.
Okay, I want to get that research out for you. As of 2020, only 80 people work for House Marquee. So yes, they are indeed a small indie studio, and they produce what we have, which is Returnal. So I'm gonna need people to shut the fuck up. So Returnal looks like Returnal, and this looks like this.
And what is this?
Have fun.
Exactly.
I don't know.
This exactly?
This is Psychonauts. This was the gameplay that was shown off. What? I think last year. I think they changed the whole game now. I don't think the game looked anything like this now as you saw. So because it's going straight to Game Pass, they don't gotta go above and beyond with the visuals.
This is what they're hyping up.
Yeah, the game we were just watching. This is some. This is gameplay from E3 2019. Looks better than this. You said what?
Sackboy looks better than this.
Sackboy is better than that.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Like, bro, man, don't get me, don't make me play Sackboy. I play Sackboy. I murder that game, bro. Like I will murder the fucking.
Astro's Playroom.
Everything looks better than it. It doesn't matter what game you fucking name drop. Everything looks better than that.
Is that a next gen game?
I don't know, man.
It doesn't look like a next gen game. That's what I'm asking. I'm unsure right now.
I don't know, but I wish. Does anybody know the platforms it's on?
I'll have to look.
I don't know. All I know is Xbox don't really believe in generations like that, so I doubt it's, exclusive.
I don't know. Finally. Yeah, Sackboy looks way better than that.
It looks like a beginning of last gen game.
Again, when you don't have to pay for games, why should the developer care how good or bad it looks?
Exactly. Oh, it's fine. It's going to Game Pass.
Exactly.
Come on now.
Plus, it's being made for multiple generations, so you gotta also put that into consideration. You can't have something too graphical, or they can't put it on last gen. And honestly, I think that's why Halo looks like that. I think that's why Halo looks the way it does.
The thing is,
if they make it,
they probably had to enhance Halo's visuals because that's the way they were gonna ship that shit.
Yep. No, they weren't. They were. You gotta realize, Jay. When Phil said he said like when he saw what PlayStation showed, he's happy with what he has to show. So when he showed that off, he knew what was coming. He knew what was coming, so he was happy with what he was going to show. He was happy he was happy to show off Halo the way it was because that's what he was excited for. But when he got the backlash, he's like, "Oh, I guess it's done." They're gonna show off Halo exactly like that, and it was gonna release exactly like that. If there was no uproar, it was gonna release exactly that. If the PlayStation guy just said screw it, I don't really give a shit. It's not our game. It's not on our system. Then, and because the Xbox fan didn't have a problem with it. They said Halo's not a graphical looker anyway. So it was never that graphical thing. So shit, it's fine.
Man, it's such a low standard for them, it's just so fucking low for them. Like, you don't need good games ever anymore. so fucking sad.
I got kicked out again. Discord is something else.
Yeah, eventually Discord should get better. Hopefully that partnership with them lets them get better.
I actually do wonder what they're gonna do with Discord for the console, or is it just to replace communities?
I also wonder if Discord has anything to do with Evo, them buying Evo.
I mean, I think a lot of this shit's connected, man. Like
my I'll connect to everything because Discord you can stream using Discord, right? You can set a podcast using Discord, right?
yeah, you can stream on Discord.
Really?
Yeah.
You can stream because I was streaming. We were streaming with True Witty the other night, so they could see anything that I was on my Elgato when I was playing my games and shit. Oh fuck!
Maybe that's what Sony's trying to do. Have a better setup. Have a better setup for streaming and all that stuff.
Yo, Sony is making some crazy moves this generation.
Yeah, no.
Yo, I thought
like
I got to hand it to
fuck.
Game for Eternity. I got to hand it to Jim Ryan.
Yeah,
I don't like the dude. But he is making moves.
Gordon Ramsay really cooking, bro.
Gordon Ramsay.
Why does game look better than fucking Psychonauts? Why does Sackboy look better than Psychonauts? How is it possible? I thought the power of Game Pass was gonna prove us wrong.
They said quality won't. Didn't they say quality won't drop because the Game Pass would actually improve?
God damn, bro. Wait a minute. Yeah, people did say that dumb shit.
Yeah. Some Xbox guys, even freaking what you call it, said so. What's his name? The creator of freaking God of War.
Oh, you talking about Corey?
God of War.
Oh, you talking about Jaffe?
Jaffe, yeah.
Oh, you talking about Jaffe?
Jaffe, yeah. Jaffe said that because
battle.
of Game Pass.
What I gotta do?
The quality of games will improve. There's no sightings that it will drop. I'm like, okay.
I fuck with this.
Man, Jaffe sounding about as crazy as Michael Pachter right about now.
This shit much more easier than fucking Returnal. Anything's easy compared to Returnal. Oh fuck. Oh shit. This motherfucker got spikes now. Oh fuck. Oh, it's bad. Okay, you little bitch. I see what you wanted to do.
Shoot, I mean, damn, I wouldn't be surprised if Jaffe come out with a show called Jaff Attack.
Jaff Attack, what the? Oh man.
Damn, I died. Oh shit.
Bro, you know there's a trophy for that game where you have to go through the entire game without dying.
On Sackboy? Oh well, I ain't getting that.
Yep.
You mean permanent dying or like checkpoint dying?
No, permanent dying.
Oh, okay. I might be able to do that one. No, I don't think I did. I think I died already enough. That's nice. Nice little piece of shit fucking tactic. Motherfucker. Yeah, throw some fucking bombs. So I can throw it back at your fucking face, you dumb fuck. One more and you're fucking dead. Where you want to throw it? There we go. Sorry, still looks better than fucking Psychonauts. Sorry.
Anything looks better.
My foot looks better than Psychonauts. Fucking dog shit looks better than Psychonauts. You see how that shit is? Do you see that? Like, people can shit on games if they want. If they can. Like, if it's like, Psychonauts should look much better. It doesn't matter if a game is kiddie or not. You can still make it look good. Look at the attention to detail and the stitching and all of that that's in Sackboy. Come on, man.
That exactly.
I mean, this is still going back to the whole thing that they don't feel like they need to put any effort in it because they know their Xbox guys are not going to buy it. So why sit up there and put anything behind it if you know that your customer base is not going to buy it?
Hey, that's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
They're just kind of throwing money at it in a way to make it look. They want to make it look presentable to Joe Everyman family guy who wants his kids to stop bothering them while he does his hobby.
Damn, bro, that's fucking sad.
Let the Xbox be a babysitter.
But what's funny is some of these man children are the ones that's claiming that they want to play these games. So it's not even for the kids; it's for them because they on the internet bragging about they getting this and they getting that.
Those dudes know that they're getting a niche product that they want it, but not everybody, not the general consensus wants. That's the problem with trying to sit up there and please everybody. You sit up there and have a bunch of niche, clicks running around, and you can't make a profit off of any of that because all those niche clicks are not going to be the general consensus paying for said item.
Hey.
I'm trying to figure out if Psychonauts has any platforms. If it's gonna only be on Xbox, they need to hurry up and announce it. But from what it looks like, it's gonna be on PlayStation 4, PC, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One. So
that's the problem.
It's like you're buying these studios. Psychonauts was something big when it came out, but it wasn't never as big as let's say a Sackboy or a Little Big Planet. So, people hey, they remember Psychonauts, but I don't think everybody go out and buy Psychonauts. So it's still, I think they should have just kept that game to themselves. It might have been a little bit more valuable if they could have called it a console exclusive. But I don't know the reason of letting it go to all these platforms if ain't nobody really care about that game.
Because it was already in
nostalgia.
No, it was already in production before they bought them. It was already near completion.
I'm gonna have to have a poll on that today. I'm gonna have to have a poll on that to see if people really give a fuck about that game when it comes to nostalgia. Like, do they really want to... Oh, I did get a trophy. Okay. Yeah, do they really want to buy that game? For nostalgia reasons,
I'm going to tell you right off the back, the only ones who will are people who remember the original. If they don't remember the original, then no, they're not planning on buying that game, but they'll lie. They'll lie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Xbox fans can lie through their teeth because it's on Game Pass. It doesn't even matter if they play it or... they don't. Like, it's on Game Pass. That's the excuse. It's on Game Pass.
It's always going to be their excuse.
Yep. When something's on Game Pass, you don't have to touch it.
It's just bragging rights to have it.
There you go. That's all it really is. Bragging rights.
Like shit, what a waste. Man, those assets, like seriously, those assets could have been put somewhere else. They could have sat up there and had those guys working on something else instead of sitting up there trying to put out something that a lot of people didn't ask for. I mean, shoot, think about it.
I don't even think they care about what people ask for. They're just giving out whatever they want, and like Nintendo fans, a different version of Nintendo fans, Xbox fans are ready to just eat it up.
No, they will, because you gotta realize everything if they bought the IPs, it's in Game Pass, so they don't have to say that they care about it. All they got to say is that it's in Game Pass, and we're gonna play because it's in Game Pass. So the sales don't matter on that game. It will never matter.
At a certain point, they're going to want the next killer app. And note that I said app. Not killer game. App.
Well, that app could have been Discord, but, you know, that's not happening.
Yeah. They need to figure out something else, because, I mean, app-wise, I mean, shoot. What? They play more apps than they actually do play games. That has not changed from anything.
Motherfucking
I'm
Netflix.
looking at it like this. Yeah, Netflix is their biggest game.
Netflix is their biggest game. This man.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Hey, bro, before we go, I think we got some breaking news.
What's the breaking news?
Oh, fuck. I just saw something on Twitter that if this is true, this is going to be the biggest parallel about what you guys were just talking about. Oh my fucking god.
Oh Lord, what happened?
Hold on. I'll update it to a red alert. This is a red alert also. This is a big red alert. Yeah.
Man, this gotta be big, bro. Cause
let me do this.
You can go into the red alert section and see what this man for.
Oh no, we're gonna put it on screen because it's something you visually have to see. We're gonna go move on over to take this off the screen. We're also gonna take the chat off because you guys have to see it.
What?
Take a look at this. So, you guys know that Shio Yoshida and Mark Cerny, they play games, right? They play difficult games. They get platinum, shit like that, right? They post their gameplay. Yeah. They post their trophies. They post proof that they actually play games. So you can see Shio Yoshida, he played Returnal. He beat the first boss. He showed gameplay for that. He beat the second boss. He played gameplay for that. You know, he's a big fan of Souls games. So he is going to be playing games that are challenging. That's what he does.
Oh, boy.
Please don't tell me.
So he about to beat the second boss. Y'all watching this. He beat the second boss, right? That's a difficult boss. That's a pretty difficult boss for him to beat. So he beat the second boss. He says, watch my struggle against whatever his name is. Okay. Phil Spencer, 12 hours ago, because Shio Yoshida posted his first gameplay, he posted a screenshot. Not gameplay, a screenshot of Assassin's Creed Unity.
Wait, why? I don't get it though. Why does these niggas post games that they make?
Why don't they post new games? Bro, hold on.
Bro, why don't they? I'm being.
How old is Assassin's Creed Unity?
Because they don't have any. No, I'm not. Okay, no.
Assassin's Creed Unity is 7 years old, bro. Why did he post a gameplay screenshot of a 7-year-old game that he didn't make? Why not show something new?
Because he's trying to say, "Oh, I play games too. I play games too."
Just want to fit in. Just want to fit in.
Look at me. I play games too. You don't see the emotion, but hey, I just took a screenshot. I play games too.
It's enough for the Xbox fans. It's enough for the Xbox fans. It's enough for those guys.
Dude, such a suit. That's not even funny.
It's yeah, exactly, bro. That's the red alert. Know the big difference between a gamer and somebody that doesn't play a game. Somebody that cares about supplying their community with great games and memorable experiences, and somebody that does not give a fuck. This dude's up here bragging. Let's go back over. He's bragging about the frames per second boost that you can't see in a screenshot. How you can't see the frames per second boost in a screenshot? You can't even see the HDR in this downgraded image. You can't see any of the stuff he's bragging about.
Bro.
And it doesn't matter because it's a 7-year-old game. Yes, Returnal looks better than this 7-year-old game. Yes, it does. Because a 7-year-old game versus a new IP by a indie studio, bro, it matches up. It's sad, but it matches up, bro. But we see one person playing and the other person showing. It's a big, big difference. Phil Spencer could be fucking getting fucked up by all the henchmen in the city, and we never know.
Jay, you literally think that's his gameplay, or even it's?
Oh no, that's his picture because it got the P3. It has his old name P3 right there, Phil Spencer. But we still can't see him playing. We don't know how good he is playing. His character looks basic. The guy beside him is a veteran. This is what people need to understand. The guy beside him is a veteran. He is a trainee. In the picture, it's already showing you that he does not play the game. Veteran trainee. No armor. No, legendary armor at all. But the dude beside him looking dope as shit.
I never actually played Unity, though, so I can't exactly... I've never actually played Unity.
Well, right here in the top left corner, you can see that it says P3 trainee. I mean, he just started.
Oh shit! Hey, Jay, he booted it up to take a picture. That's what he.
That's it. Just to brag about the frames per second boost. Yeah. Again, like somebody said on Twitter, it's all about the buzzwords with them guys. It's not about the facts. It's not about the games. It's about the buzzwords.
Hey, when someone in the Red Alert posted something about Lori.
I'm gonna go check that out.
Tom Warren, Microsoft exec, VP Lori Wright has now been called to the stand.
Oh, the court proceeding between Apple and Epic Games. We'll find out what happens on the other side.
No, but it says Microsoft.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. The Microsoft VP, right, has been called to the stand for the court proceeding of Epic Games versus Apple. That's why she's on the stand for that court case.
Why?
Like I said, this court case is just providing a lot of info and shit and calling witnesses. That's what they do in a court case. Even if you think that person is not really important to that court case, the lawyers might think that person is important to that case. So, you know, this is gonna be a very interesting week when it comes to this shit. It's a lot of, like I said, a lot of information is coming out of here. But guys, I will see you tomorrow. Oh my God, are you fucking serious? That is not what I want. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay.